The Mate 30 Pro has completely and utterly leaked. Here it is. We get our very first in-depth physical look at the Huawei Mate 30 Pro. And the Mate 30 made a quick appearance too. So let's just analyze these videos and see exactly what we're getting in these phones. This thing has completely changed from the Mate 20, and we get our first look at that new waterfall style display. I must admit, I do genuinely prefer to use flat screens, but this is the inevitable destination of Android flagship devices. And just from an aesthetics point of view, I must admit it is a stunning display. Literally 0 bezels on the side there. It's a completely new type of display. The bottom bezel does too look to be shrunk, certainly from the Mate 20 Pro. But let's just come to that big thing at the top, which looks to be the same size as the Mate 20 Pro's big notch, but what we can see very clearly there is 3 camera units. But what I do not see in any way, shape or form is a speaker, which means one thing and one thing only, and that is we're going to get not very good audio performance in the Mate 30 Pro. If it's anything like the P30 Pro, then we're going to be getting a mono speaker at the bottom and under display audio technology. Huawei need to save space, I understand that, but if Apple can find a little space in there for a stereo speaker, I'm sure these guys can too. But anyway, we aren't getting it, so it looks like the Mate 30 Pro is not gonna have the best audio quality. Just as a side note, when the guy is handling the device and turning it around, I notice that the screen doesn't shift or scroll, which means Huawei must have done a really good job in the software to prevent any accidental touches or scrolling when you don't want to when you press the waterfall edges of the screen. Moving to the back, and that mammoth camera setup in the middle. Not one, but 2 40 megapixel sensors in there, both bigger than last year. The exclusion of the P30 Pro's periscope zoom camera is also confirmed here. That camera unit is really big, and it also has a square cutout for the camera lens, and that just isn't here on the Mate 30 Pro. The Mate 30 is more rounded, whereas the Mate 30 Pro is a little bit more squared off and rectangular. And the volume buttons on the Mate 30, which have been removed on the Pro version and put onto on-screen buttons on that waterfall display. So there's been some controversy online about an insane spec that was leaked about the Mate 30 Pro yesterday. The standout feature here, and something that we hadn't seen before, was this almost unbelievable stat of 7680 frames per second slow-mo, which is just absolutely insane, and something that we just have never even contemplated would be in a smartphone. Some people have suggested that actually it's not to do with slow-mo at all. The 7680 number relates to the resolution of the video, because 7680 would be 8K video. The literal translation on this one is 7,680 frames per second high-speed video function. For me, the translation is clear. That relates to frames per second, which is slow-mo, and not resolution. There is absolutely no mention of resolution here. But anyway, this question will be solved tomorrow when we can just see for ourselves. And from these color options, I think I prefer the purple one. It looks really nice. And interestingly, the green option is the only one in a matte finish. Subscribe if you want to see more content about the Mate 30 Pro. That's it for now, but I'll see you in the next one.